Hello everyone, welcome to PTE Reorder Paragraph Re-an Exam Question Series. This is 23rd video in this series. It means that we have already discussed 22 highly repetitive and real exam questions which come in exam, and we have discussed the tips, tricks and strategies to solve them. My name is Bhrat Brij and I have scored a perfect 90 in all the 10 skills of PTE, and in this video series we discuss the hacks for clearing PTE reading in first attempt so that you can achieve your target score, whether it is 79, whether it's 65 or 58 plus, and in your first attempt. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we post such informative videos on a daily basis. So this is the real reading scoring. If you see, the reading module contributes just 47 marks, and out of that the 6 marks are for reorder paragraphs. So if you are going to get 3 reorder paragraphs, and then they will be of 2 marks each to make the total 6. If you are getting 2 reorder paragraphs, it will be of 3 marks each to make the total as 6. And if you are looking for 79 plus, you have to focus on your reorder paragraphs. If your target score is 65 plus, you may consider ignoring them, but still you will be able to achieve your target score with our strategies. And the time, how much time you can maximum devote is 2 minutes. You cannot spend more than 2 minutes on solving your reorder paragraphs because reading is an integrated section and you have to manage your time yourself. And in these 2 minutes, you have to do skimming, you have to read the content, you have to arrange the pairs, and then you have to confirm the pairs also. So all this has to be done in 2 minutes. So that being said, this is today's topic. As usual, I'm going to give you approximately 30 seconds to skim through this, and your time starts now. Okay, so you know that the first thing we do is skimming. With skimming, we try to find independent line. We use our logics, our tricks to find independent lines. All those tips and strategies we discuss in detail with our students who take online coaching or institute-based coaching from us. So let's get started. Start this at least a week before your paper is due. What you are going to start? This is a pronoun. So you know that if there is a pronoun, especially this, it cannot be an independent line. So we are going to do process of elimination. In that, we are going to eliminate all the wrong options, and will be left with 1 or 2 independent lines. So we are going to eliminate this one. Now let's see the next line. You can revise individual paragraphs as you finish them as well. When you're talking about as well, it means that you are already have talked about revising or something like this already. You would have mentioned some terms related to revision or revising or revised. So it cannot be independent line because of as well. Your first draft is complete, but your paper is far from finished. Yes, it seems like an independent line. Now students ask, so your is a pronoun and can it be an independent line? Yes, it can be independent line. We are going to see because there is no name mentioned over here. So if a line is starting from a pronoun and nowhere name is mentioned, so it can be your independent line. Okay. The next step is to revise your paper, strengthen the content. Okay, so next step, obviously you have to talk about first step today. So it cannot be your independent line. In fact, obviously, in fact cannot be your independent line. You do not need to wait until you have a complete first draft to start revising. So you see, so over here, you see, in fact, you do not need to wait until you have a complete first draft to start revising. So you have already talked about revising over here, but due to in fact, it cannot be your independent line, right? So that's why we are just left with one independent line. We are going to drag it over here. And now let's see how to make the pairing. So you have talked about your draft is complete, but your paper is not finished yet. Okay. So what's the next step? Once you have done, we say always proofread. Okay. Right? Proofread your content, like in IELTS also, in PTEs also. Okay, we understand that you can proofread your content, so that's how you are going to write it. So what is related to proofreading? The next step is revising your paper, strengthen the content. Once your draft is complete, then the next step is this: you should revise your paper or strengthen the content. So this is the first step. Once you write, then you proofread, and proofread means revision. So you have mentioned over here, the next step is to revise your paper, strengthen the content. Once you have done it, now what you need to do? Start what? Now the line we have, this at least a week before your paper is due. Okay, you can revise individual paragraphs as soon as you finish them as well. In fact, you do not need to wait until you have a complete first draft to start revising. Okay, so if you see over here, it's saying that when you have to do the next step, you have to do the next step within a week. Okay, this is means the next step over here. This is being said for the next step. Once you have revised, okay, the first draft, you have written something, then you're proofreading, and you want to make sure that you have started doing proofreading before 1 week. Okay, so that's why you are going to put it over here. And then what you can say is, in fact, you do not need to wait until, because we are talking about the time, we have mentioned the time over here. So that is the connection, that is the TO connection we have made with the time. You do not need to wait until you have a complete first draft to start revising. Okay. And the next line we are left with is, you can revise individual paragraphs. So it's saying first you write, then you revise. Then it's saying that the alternative ways, you do not have to revise it in complete. You do not have to wait for whole paper to complete, and you can revise individual paragraphs. Okay, as soon as you finish. So it's saying that if you have written 5 paragraphs, let's say, it's saying you do not have to wait until all the 5 paragraphs are completed. You can proofread or revise this paragraph, then this paragraph, then this paragraph. So this is a second. So you can revise one paragraph one by one, and you have to do it on individual basis. So that's why you are going to use. In fact, you do not have to wait. There is an alternative approach. The alternative approach is you can revise individual paragraphs as well. So this is the correct order. Now let's check if this is the correct order. Yes, the order is correct. So you see how easy solving reorder paragraphs can be. With Marvel PTE strategies, we tell you how to find independent line. Then we use BS strategy, we use CO strategy, connectors, TO rule, which is topical order rule, AB is abbreviation rule, SO is subject object rule, and last sentences rule. BS is your broad to specific rule, CO is your chronological order strategy, and then TO is your topical order strategy. We teach all these strategies to our students in detail so that they can score 100% marks. They are able to solve reorder paragraphs in 30 seconds, and all our strategies are simple. And always remember, you just have 2 minutes to solve your reorder paragraph. So in first 30 to 60 seconds, you have to skim the content like we did in this one. Then you have to find an independent line like we found for this one, and there was no conclusion line, so it's okay because we could make pairs and find the concluding line. And the 30 to 60 seconds, which is the next minute, you have to look for clues, you have to find pointers, and then you have to make pairs. Okay, and all the strategies which we teach to our students are validated and proven strategies. The proof is in the ticker below, and these are recent success stories for our students, and you can see multiple success stories in the ticker below where the students have achieved their target score. This is our WhatsApp number, 8699121121. You can WhatsApp us if you want to take online coaching or institute-based coaching, or if you have any questions or doubts. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we post such informative videos on a daily basis. We give wings to your dream.